Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what was I saying? We have a die in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here, if I put triple bond, these two will have same chemical formula. Okay. And can you guess what the formula will be? It will be C7H12. Do you agree?
C8.
C8. So let me just count. 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
So C8H14. Why? Because the general formula
Unsaturation.
of alkane is C8H18. So from that, if the degree of unsaturation is 2, I'll subtract 4 hydrogens. Okay. So the formula will be same, but these two are functional isomers of each other. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because one is alkene and one is alkyne. Okay. Both are different functional groups. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me one more example of a functional isomer? So we have seen alcohols and ethers. We have seen acids and
Ketones and
esters,
aldehydes. Aldehydes
ketones
and
and
ketones.
aldehydes, ketones and
Alkenes
aldehydes,
and alkynes.
alkenes and alkynes, and what else? I'll show you one
Amines
more.
also, sir. We saw amines also. Primary,
Amines also,
secondary, and
primary
tertiary.
amines, secondary amines, and tertiary amines. Okay,
Tertiary amine.
we have seen. Now, I'll show you one more functional isomer. Can you guess what will it be? And I'm giving you a hint. It involves rings. So this is a six-membered. No, this is a
Benzene.
six-membered ring. Not benzene. This is a six-membered ring, and this is a six-membered 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, if I have a double bond, can you see that both have same formula?
Yes, sir.
So this is see, count the number of carbons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the degree of unsaturation? 1.
One.
So what is the formula? C6H12. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Same.
5, 6. Degree of
C6H12.
unsaturation is 1 because it is a ring. That's why these two are functional isomers. Because one is cycloalkane and one is alkene, and both have different properties. Alkenes behave differently, and alkanes, cycloalkanes behave differently. Even though their degree of unsaturation is same, their behavior is completely different. One has these pi electrons, which acts like an electrophilic site, which you'll understand later what an electrophilic site is. Electrophilic site is a site where electrophiles come and attack. Electrophiles are the groups which are looking for electrons. So that electrons they will find in this pi bond, and they will come and attack here. Correct? You are understanding?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Here there is no such electron rich site here. Okay. So they both are different. That's why they are different functional groups. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give me one more example of functional isomers?
Sir,
I think
so they are functional isomers.
yeah, these are functional isomers. These are
Okay.
first isomers because formula is same. Okay.
सर फॉर्मूले पे डिपेंड करता.
अगर फॉर्मूला सेम है तो आइसोमर्स होते, स्ट्रक्चरल आइसोमर्स होते, या कोई भी स्टीरियो आइसोमर्स हो सकते. एंड फॉर्मूला इज सेम बट स्ट्रक्चर इज डिफरेंट, they are structural isomers. Here formula is same, structure is different, that's why these are structural isomers. Now which is the subcategory? Which is the subcategory in structural isomers? The subcategory is functional isomers. Okay, so these show functional isomerism. Okay, or these two are functional isomers of each other. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we have seen primary, secondary, and tertiary amines as functional isomers of each other. We have seen alcohols and ethers. We have seen aldehydes and ketones. We have seen
Alkanes and alkenes and alkynes.
alkenes and alkynes, and we have seen
Ring
esters and
compounds
acids.
alkenes.
Esters and acids.
Acid.
There is one more hidden functional isomer. Can you guess what that is?
Nitriles.
Nitriles and isonitriles. I didn't tell you what isonitrile was. Did I tell you?
No, so
So if you have a triple bond here, okay, I'll just mention it. This is a carbon at the end, and it has a triple bond to it. And there one nitrogen is attached. This was what? Nitrile. This was nitrile, correct?
yes, sir.
But if here you have nitrogen attached first, and if it is triple bonded to carbon, okay, if it is triple bonded to carbon,
Carbon.
like this, this H should not come. Actually, I'll show you what this is. So the thing is, here the correct structure is. Can anyone guess what the correct structure is here? What correction should I make? So
N should be
nitro-
upside and C should be downside.
no. Nitrogen has 4 bonds and 0 lone pairs. That's why its formal charge is
+1.
+1. And carbon will have a negative charge. Carbon will have a negative charge and it will have a lone pair. Okay. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
It will have a lone pair. See how to see the formal charge. You give 1 electron each. So how many electrons does nitrogen have here?
6 electrons.
No, it has only 4 electrons. See, 1 on the bottom, 3 on the top.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But it is supposed to have 4. It is supposed to have 5 electrons in its valency shell. So 1 electron is less. That's why it has a positive charge. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Whereas carbon, if you see, it has
It
5
has
electrons.
3 electrons. 5
Five
electrons.
1 lone pair. So
And 3
2
electrons.
plus 3 bonded electrons. So it has 5. It has 1 extra because it is supposed to have 4. That's why it has a negative charge. Clear?
Yes, sir.
But overall it is neutral. Can you see? Okay. Now the compound on the left is nitrile and compound on the right is isonitrile. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, and if you see, total number of carbons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are functional isomers of each other. Okay. Nitriles and isonitriles.
Isonitrile.
Okay. Can you tell me how many lone pairs does carbon on the left has on nitrile?
0 lone pairs.
0, because it has 4 bonds. And how many
Bonds,
lone pairs does nitrogen have?
1. No, 0.
1.
1.
Whenever nitrogen has 3 bond pairs, it has 1 lone pair. Whenever nitrogen has 4 bond pairs, it has 0 lone pairs. Whenever nitrogen has 2 bond pairs, it has 2 lone pairs.
2 lone
Okay.
pairs.
I'll share
Yes,
that
sir.
file with you. I covered in the first class, but I'll share it again in that all the structures are written. Okay, I'll show you.
Okay.
You go through that very well. Okay, so this one. Can you see?
No, sir.
Wait. So this is carbon. It has 4 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs. Wait. 1 second. Okay. Carbon, nitrogen has 1 lone pair and 3 bond pairs when it is neutral. Oxygen has 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs. Fluorine
bond
has 3 lone
pairs.
pairs, 1 bond pair.
3 lone
When
pairs and 1
carbon
bond.
has positive charge, it has 3 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs. Nitrogen has 4 bond pairs and 0 lone pairs, and it has positive charge. Oxygen has 1 lone pair and 3 bond pairs. And these are all cations, okay? So nitrogen has 2 lone pairs and 2 bond pairs when it is negatively charged. Oxygen has 3 lone pairs and 1 bond pair. Clear? So we covered this in
Yes,
the
sir.
first, I think first or second chapter. Okay, fine. I think that time is gone. Okay, anyway, so I think we have covered a lot of functional isomers. Now there are some compounds which will show metamerism, like, can you tell me?
Ethers.
Ethers. So metamerism comes when a functional group cuts the chain into 2 parts. So suppose this is a big chain. Okay, I'll just copy it and I'll paste it here. So these two are same chain. And if you look at ether, ether oxygen can be here or oxygen can be here. So this oxygen cuts the chain into 2 parts. Can you see that? One is
Yes, sir.
ethoxy, one is ethoxy.
Butane.
1, 2,
Ethoxy.
3, 4, 5. Pentane.
Pentane.
One is butoxy,
Propoxybutane.
propoxybutane. So these two are metamers of each other. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now one more example. I'll give you a small example. Can you tell me the names of 2 other ethers which are metamers of each other? This is one. Can you tell me, will this have a metamer?
No, sir. No, it cannot have.
It cannot have because both are same.
Yeah.
Both are
If you
identical.
turn it.
These two are not isomers of each other, but these are actually identical. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I think, can this have
Yeah, it
metamer?
can have.
It can have a metamer.
Methoxypropane and ethoxyethane.
Very good. So this is a even this cannot have a metamer. This one, right?
Yeah, anyhow it will be methoxymethane.
Yeah, this cannot have, and these two cannot have. Okay. So
Yes,
these
sir.
cannot have metamers. Only minimum number of, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are
4.
needed to form metamerism. Okay, for a nature.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you tell me one more functional group that shows metamerism?
Esters.
Yeah, before that,
Ketones.
ketones. So if you see ketones, this is a ketone. This is also a ketone. And both are metamers of each other. Okay. One is pentane 2-on, one is pentane 3-on. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And this carbonyl carbon, which is carbonyl carbon? This carbon is carbonyl carbon. Can you see that?
Sir, but it is not dividing the chain, no?
It is not dividing, but that carbonyl carbon is considered as if it is dividing the chain.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that carbon is different carbon. It is not a sp3 carbon. It is an sp2 carbon. Can you see that? Okay. Can you see that? This carbonyl carbon is an sp3 carbon. I'm changing the color. It is in purple color. Okay. So this carbon is different from the rest of the carbons. Okay. These rest of the carbons, these are all sp3 hybridized. Okay. But this purple carbon is sp2 hybridized. You know how to check hybridization, right? I already told you. Count the number of sigma bonds and lone pairs.
Sir, we are
So
unable to hear you.
1 second. Now is it audible?
It is but very less voice, sir.
Sir, ठीक
No,
आवाज आ
sir,
रही
it is okay, sir.
ठीक है ना? आपका स्पीकर शायद ये होगा. Okay. Now, one more compound that shows metamerism is which compound? Esters, right? Esters. So I'll just copy this. Okay. So here we have one double bond. Here one we have double bond. Here I'll put an oxygen. 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 So if you count the number of carbons here, both are same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this group totally is dividing the chain into two parts.
Two
Okay.
parts.
So here one carbon on one side and 1, 2, 3, 4,
Carbons on other
5
side.
carbons on the other side. Here 2 carbons on one side and 4 carbons
Four
on the other
carbons
side.
on the other side.
So these two are metamers of each other. Okay,
Yes, sir.
clear? So
Yes, sir.
which compounds show metamerism? Ketones show metamerism, esters show metamerism,
Esters and ethers.
and ethers.
Sir,
So
what
these
about
are
enol?
no. Enol is that comes under tautomerism. Tautomerism I'll take a separate class. It is a very big topic, and I don't want to cover tautomerism now because for that you need to know the reaction mechanisms. But I'll just tell you what tautomer is. What tautomer is, I'll tell you. Okay, so just
Okay, sir.
listen. So generally ketones are very commonly known compounds that show metamerism. What happens is, now this carbon is called a carbonyl carbon. Which carbon? This carbon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this carbon is a carbonyl carbon. Okay. Now the carbon attached to carbonyl carbon is called alpha hydrogen. Alpha carbon. Carbon.
Alpha carbon.
Okay. So that means this is carbonyl carbon. The carbon attached to carbonyl carbon are which carbons? This carbon and this
Alpha
carbon.
carbon. Two
These
carbons.
two are,
Yeah.
these two are alpha carbons. These two are
Okay.
beta carbons. These two are gamma carbons and these two are delta carbons. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And the hydrogens attached to alpha carbon. The hydrogens attached to alpha carbon. How many hydrogens are attached?
Two.
Two. They are called alpha hydrogens. They are called alpha hydrogens.
Alpha.
So here there are two hydrogens and here there are two hydrogens. So there are totally 4 alpha hydrogens in this compound.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what
For
happens is,
beta,
no.
for gamma,
Forget
and for
about-
delta.
No, those are not important. Only alpha hydrogens are important. And you'll
Okay.
understand why alpha hydrogens are important after you learn about, acids and bases in organic chemistry. Okay.
Okay,
When
sir.
you learn about acid strength of different hydrogens, okay, which are acidic hydrogens, which are not acidic, okay, after understanding the mechanisms, then you will understand why alpha hydrogens are important. Now you just
Okay.
remember that alpha hydrogens are easily separable. That means the protons attached to alpha carbons can separate easily. Okay, that
Okay,
means
sir.
the hydrogens attached here are very firmly attached. The hydrogens attached here are very firmly attached. Now separating hydrogens attached to these carbons is difficult. They don't separate easily. But the hydrogens attached to this alpha carbon and this alpha carbon can easily be removed as protons. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That means they will leave electrons and go. They will leave electrons and go. Okay. So what happens is that proton will go and attach to the oxygen on top. The protons will go and attach to oxygen on top.
Oxygen.
So what happens is this compound, it will, this compound. So here I'll put double bond. So here I'll put
Oxygen.
oxygen. And I'll just extend this oxygen here. So what will happen is this will become a double bond. Don't worry about that. I'll show you later why. So this will become a no. This will become a double bond. Wait. This will become a double bond. And here you have a carbon. Now he's showing error because there are 5 bonds to carbon.
5 carbons, yeah. 5
So,
bonds.
I'll make it a single bond. I'll make it a single bond. And that hydrogen will go and attach there. Okay. So basically what happened was, see, I'll show you. I'll put a bond here just to show you clearly. So I'll put a bond here and I'll put a hydrogen here. Okay. Now this hydrogen actually came from this.
Alpha hydrogen.
This was an alpha hydrogen. Okay. So this hydrogen somehow got separated. It left the electron there, so it became a pi bond. Okay. And that hydrogen went and it formed a bond with oxygen. Now everything is neutral. Okay. Now here,
Yes.
can you tell me how many lone pairs does that oxygen have on the top?
2 lone pairs.
2 lone pairs, because I told you. What did I tell? Whenever oxygen has 2 bond pairs, it will have,
It has
Two
2
lone-
lone pairs, yeah.
and it is neutral. And it is neutral. What
Neutral,
about this?
Yeah. It do
It
have
also
2 lone, 2
Two
lone
lone-
pairs.
Okay. Now, the compound on top and the compound on bottom, these are actually exactly having the same chemical formula. These are
Yeah.
having same
Same
chemical
chemical.
formula. Okay. These two have same chemical formula. Nothing has happened. Just one hydrogen, detached from the alpha
Carbon.
position and it went and attached to oxygen. And this pi bond, shifted from
Double bond. Yeah.
being
Shifted
between
from
carbon and oxygen. And
carbon and carbon.
okay. Actually, these two chemicals are in equilibrium with each other. These two are in equilibrium with each other. And let me tell you, the equilibrium is the equilibrium. I'll show you. The equilibrium is, in fact, the equilibrium is favored. Let me just show you. The equilibrium is undo. The equilibrium is, I'll just delete this. Okay, I'll show you. So the equilibrium is favored in the backward direction. Okay, that means most of the ketone remains as ketone, but a very small amount of ketone is converted into enol. This is enol. Why this is enol? Can you see that? Because it has
There is
alkene.
double bond.
So this is ene, this double bond. Okay,
Yeah.
between these two carbons, it is ene.
But why it is backward reaction?
No. What does this mean? This means the reaction
Equilibrium.
is favored towards reactant, not the product. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That means, equilibrium constant is less than 1.
We don't know.
If equilibrium constant is more than 1, then most of the reactants are converted into products. If equilibrium constant is less than 1, then, very small amount of reactants are converting into products. Clear?
Okay, sir.
For example, if equilibrium constant is 10 power 6, what does that mean? That means most of the reactant has converted
Small
into
amount.
product. Okay. If equilibrium constant is 10 power minus 6, then
Very
most
small
of
amount
the
of reactant.
only very small concentration of product has formed, and most of the reactants are as they are
Left.
mentioned.
Same.
Okay. So here you'll understand later why ketone is more stable and enol is less stable. Can anyone guess why ketone is more stable? You have not learned all that, but can anyone guess why ketone is more stable and enol is less stable? The reason is this: if you look at the pi bond in ketone, it is present between
Oxygen and carbon.
carbon. If you look at pi bond in enol, it is present between
Carbon and carbon.
carbon and carbon. Now, pi bond is what? It is a pair of electrons, right?
Yeah, sir.
Now tell me, where does electron like to stay? Or who likes electrons? Does oxygen like electrons or carbon like electrons?
Oxygen, sir.
Oxygen. More
Oxygen,
electronegative.
More
yeah,
electronegative atom.
oxygen has more affinity for electrons compared to carbon, because electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5 and electronegativity of carbon is only 2.5. In fact, carbon hates electrons. You'll understand later when you start doing reactions. Carbon doesn't like negative charge. Okay, who likes negative charge? Fluorine likes
Oxygen.
negative charge. Oxygen likes
Fluorine.
negative charge. Halogens like negative charge. Okay, all these atoms like negative charge. So who is happy with electrons? Oxygen is happy with electrons or carbon happy with electrons?
Oxygen.
Oxygen happy with electrons. Okay, and so the first compound is a happy compound because oxygen is happy with pi bonds attached to it, and the
So it is
second
more
compound,
stable.
yeah, is not a happy compound because carbon doesn't like
Pi-
keeping electrons, pi electrons with it. Okay, so most of it will stay as it is. It will not convert into enol. And you'll study about this tautomerism, and this particular tautomerism is called keto-enol tautomerism. This is called
Keto-enol.
keto-enol tautomerism. And I'll tell you what is the condition for tautomerism. Condition for tautomerism is you have to have at least one alpha hydrogen. Okay, you have to have at least one
One
alpha
alpha
hydrogen.
hydrogen.
For example, I'll show you. If you have this compound, okay, here you have oxygen, and here you have 3 methyl groups. Here you have 3 methyl groups. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now this compound is incapable of showing tautomerism.
Yeah, because it has 0 alpha hydrogens.
So this compound is incapable of showing tautomerism because it has no alpha hydrogens. Clear?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
One more example I'll show you. And one more thing, those alpha hydrogens must be attached to sp3 carbon. Those alpha hydrogens must be attached to
sp3 carbon.
So for example, this is also incapable of showing tautomerism.
Yeah. It is
Okay.
attached to sp2 carbon.
Okay, fine. This also doesn't show tautomerism. Okay.
Why? Because, sir, left side will
Why?
have no.
No, there we don't have carbon at all. So the alpha
Yeah, yeah.
hydrogens, okay. Okay. I'll show you one more thing, but you'll not understand that now. I'll explain that later. This can show tautomerism. Which one?
Both are same, no, sir?
No. This one. This one can show tautomerism. Now here you have 3 hydrogens. Can you see that? Here you have 3 hydrogens.
Hydrogen.
You may assume that these are not alpha, and these are not alpha directly, but indirectly they are alpha.
How, sir?
Indirectly, these are alpha. You'll not understand this now. You have to understand this, you have to learn a topic called resonance. Okay, through resonance, through conjugation, these hydrogens are indirectly alpha hydrogen. Okay, so if you have an
Okay.
alternate single and double bond, don't worry, I'll come to that later. So you have a single bond here, you have a double bond here, you have a single bond here, you have a double bond here, you have a single bond here. So if you have alternate single and double bond, we say that they are connected through conjugation. Don't worry, When we learn about resonance, I'll tell you. Okay. In fact, we'll study about tautomerism in detail when we study resonance. Clear? Okay.
Yes,
One
sir.
more thing. One more thing. Can you see when ketone is converting into enol, what is happening to this carbon? This carbon?
It is getting sp2 hybrid from sp3 hybrid.
Excellent, excellent. This is sp3 and this is sp2. Okay. So first it was
Yes, sir.
sp3 and it has become sp2. Okay. So that observation, did you see?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. I'll show you one thing. Suppose you have this compound. Can you tell me what kind of compound is this?
Bicyclo compound.
Bicyclo compound. Excellent. Now here, suppose I have ketone here. Okay. Now can you tell me if there are alpha hydrogens or not?
There are, sir.
How many?
2.
Two. One here
No.
and one here. Okay. This is one alpha hydrogen and this is one alpha hydrogen. Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
even though we have alpha hydrogens here, this cannot show tautomerism. Can you guess why?
Why?
If
Why,
it
sir?
converts into sp2 carbon, can you tell me what is the shape of sp2 carbon? It is trigonal planar.
Tetrahedral.
No.
Yeah,
sp3 is
sorry.
tetrahedral.
It is
sp2 is
trigonal. Yeah.
trigonal
Trigonal.
planar. That means in order for this carbon to become, in order for these carbons to become sp2,
Trigonal.
that carbon must become flat. That carbon must become flat, planar. Okay. That means all the bonds attached to that carbon should lie in same plane. Are you
Yeah,
understanding?
yeah.
So what will happen, if that happens, it will break that bridge.
Yeah.
So because of which
Yes, sir, yeah.
bridged carbons, if hydrogens are attached to bridged carbons, even though those carbons are alpha hydrogens, they do not
They
show
do not show
tautomerism.
tautomerism.
So
Yeah.
this compound will not show you tautomerism. Clear?
I got it.
Okay. Okay. Now I'll show you one more thing. Okay. So this is a bicyclo compound, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I am drawing a ketone here. Now, does this have alpha hydrogens?
Yes, sir. It have 2.
How many?
2.
No,
Why,
it has
sir?
three. It has three. One here and two here. Clear?
How to, sir?
Why? Because only
Yeah,
two
yeah,
bonds
yes,
are
sir. Yeah,
present.
yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
So there are three alpha hydrogens present here.
Okay,
Now, can you tell me? Can you tell
agree.
me? Can this compound show tautomerism?
No, sir.
Yes, it can, because the carbon on the bottom is not a bridge carbon.
Oh.
Clear? So this carbon is a
Yeah.
bridge carbon. So that hydrogen will not participate in tautomerism. Whereas these two hydrogens are attached to a carbon which is not a bridge carbon.
Yeah, it is plain
Okay.
carbon.
So it will show tautomerism. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Whereas
Got
in
it.
this
Yeah.
compound, both the alpha hydrogens are attached to bridge carbons. So bridge carbons cannot acquire sp2 hybridization, because what will happen if bridge carbons
It should be
acquire
trigonal
sp3
planar.
hybrid? It will break the bridge. It will break the bridge, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why these cannot, the first compound cannot show tautomerism, whereas the second compound will show tautomerism. At which
Yes,
carbon?
sir.
It is at this carbon. Which hydrogens will participate? These two hydrogens will participate. This cannot participate. These two will
Because it
participate.
is from bridge carbon.
Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is tautomerism. Okay, actually I didn't complete it. It's a very big topic. I gave you just the introduction for tautomerism. You remember these things. This
Okay,
thing
sir.
I'll explain later. This thing I'll explain later. This thing. I didn't. I think I didn't explain this because I cannot explain this now. Because for that you need to be fluent with resonance, drawing resonance
Okay.
structures, understanding resonance structures. Okay, writing mechanisms. All those things you have to be fluent. Okay, so I cannot explain you this properly now. After you are, familiar with resonance, I'll explain this. Okay. Now, did we
Okay.
cover all the isomerisms?
Yes, almost.
1 second, let me check. Chain we saw, position we
Yeah.
saw, metamerism we saw, functional we saw, and tautomerism we saw. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Now I'll just
Metamerism only 4, sir. Only 3 types, sir.
no, there are
Yes,
actually many.
sir.
There are actually many, but the most common ones we have covered. That are enough actually.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And I'll show you one more tautomerism. I'll show you one more tautomerism. One more compound that shows tautomerism. Can you guess what that is?
Aldehyde.
No, aldehyde doesn't show tautomerism. Actually,
Esters.
no. I'll show you. Wait. So here, if I have carbon, and if carbon is triple bonded,
सर 1 मिनट में मीटिंग खत्म होती शायद.
okay, to nitrogen, this will show tautomerism. Okay. Here, these are alpha hydrogens. Okay. Can you tell me?
Yes, I got it.
So actually,
Hydrogen-
no. Actually, alpha hydrogen is this hydrogen attached to this is alpha hydrogen. This one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here we have alpha hydrogen. So this will show tautomerism. Okay.
Only one.
Only one. Whereas
Always
here,
one.
no. For example, here, if this is triple bonded to nitrogen, okay, so this is alpha hydrogen. Okay, these two are alpha hydrogen. This one and this one.
Yeah, yes, I got it.
So what will happen is that hydrogen will go and attach to nitrogen, and the triple bond will become double bond. In ketone, double bond became single bond, right?
Yes, sir.
Here,
Triple bond. Yeah.
triple bond will become double bond. Triple bond will
One
become.
pi bond decreases.
Okay, I'll just quickly show you. I think you understood. I think what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
I got.
I'll copy this. I hope. Okay, so this will become a double bond. This will become a double bond. Okay, let me just do a double bond here.